Well, the power of film, I can just go back to my early childhood. It's just the kind of total immersion that it gives you. Of course, you could say that books or theater or opera, music can do all the same thing and has done so for centuries, but somehow just the combination of all the arts all at once and up big and close and present can really take people away. And then the almost literal-minded presence of real people on the screen with their real voices just makes it possible for the trick of all the illusions that all the other art forms practice to really to work on even the most cynical and hardened victims. Well, I had some early film experiences. One was just a TV show, just watching, I guess, 14 Hours, about a man on a window ledge. I think it was Richard Basehart. I haven't seen it since I was 3 years old, but I saw it on TV and I thought it was a weekly TV series. But then, as a young adult, Eraserhead and L'Âge d'Or, movies that taught me the medium can be really powerful without being slick. When I first started making movies, I just knew, well, I was a filmmaker in Winnipeg, and it just seemed like films didn't get made in Winnipeg. So I looked to other art forms for analogous encouragement, and I was really excited by the basement band, even by the Sex Pistols. The idea of taking your songwriter and skilled guitarist and replacing him with someone, Sid Vicious, who'd never played before, and still being effective. The idea of just picking up an instrument for the first time and being effective. I guess so, basement bands, but then even before that, watching my 4-year-old daughter draw with such decisiveness, such confidence, such raw emotional comfort, and produce what to me were masterpieces. That was pretty inspiring, and I've tried to keep making films like my 4-year-old daughter made drawings ever since. Well, that's a great one. It started off with kind of sketchy motives. I think I just needed to express myself, but I also wanted attention. After a couple decades of getting the kind of attention I get, it's mildly pleasurable, but it's not enough to keep you doing this. And attention is kind of a dubious commodity anyway. It's come down to just trying to F the ineffable. I try to take feelings, complicated feelings involving love and everything that comes out of that, grief, longing, nostalgia, I don't know, everything, a whole painter's chipbook of feelings, and I've just tried to figure out how they work, and I don't know, I'm still puzzled, clearly, even by my inability to express it. I always give the same advice to young filmmakers, and it's just do it already. Because I've been a young filmmaker or an aspiring one, and I wasted so much time talking my best ideas out into the cafe night air, and I've heard too many people talking about their projects, and I just remember the old Nike slogan, just do it. Evil corporation that Nike may be. I like that slogan, just do it and find out what kind of voice you have, where your mistakes lead you. They might lead you to discover something in yourself, and so you never know till you try. Just the way when you're writing an essay, you never know what your second sentence is going to be until you write your first, and one sentence leads to the next. It's the same with filmmaking. Just do it already. I'm sick of listening to you talking about doing it. Just do it. I guess the only movie that turned out exactly like I hoped it would is my short, Heart of the World. But I'm not sure it, other than just being a kind of a short burst of energy, I'm not sure it really amounts to much more. It's fun for me to watch, and it's really satisfying to see something turn out. I like at the time of this conversation, my most recent film, The Forbidden Room, a lot, because I finally conquered a new frontier for myself. Not conquered it, but entered it without dying. Full-color digital filmmaking. And I I guess my second feature, Archangel, made way back in 1990, has always been my favorite child, confined to the attic, as it has been for so many years. I know whole years, if not decades, have gone by without a single person watching it. And it was a movie made with so much pleasure and so much optimism, naive optimism. I thought I had a hit on my hands, and nothing could be further from the truth. If I can ever afford to retire from filmmaking and teaching, I plan to write a novelization of Archangel. I think I have one short book in me, and if I do, it'll be a novelization of Archangel, my least commercial film by far, and the most disgraced art form in modern letters, the novelization. It just feels like a proper way of revisiting it for a little snuggle. This facility is incredible, and just to see the programming that's been done here, to read through the programs, I had to mop up the drool on my lap so many times, and I maybe the students will take this place for granted eventually. I hope not. They should be in here sucking up big screen experiences of incredible programming all the time. A place like this doesn't exist just anywhere. I travel a lot, and I haven't encountered anything quite like it. So the students here are really lucky. This kind of experience, this kind of knowledge, this kind of appreciation of cinema is contagious, and maybe bucking the trends brought on by streaming, small screen viewing experiences. It'll just keep alive for another generation what made big screen cinema so great for so many generations.